welcome to Old Time Knits. This is episode 6. My name is Marie. I'm coming to you from central New Hampshire. You can find me on Instagram as Old Time Knits and on Ravelry as Old Time Knits. This is my knitting podcast where I share all about my adventures of what's off the needles, what's on the needles, what I hope to get on the needles, yarny acquisitions, places I've been, people I've met, all yarn and knitting related. So if you think this is something that you'll enjoy, then come on in and let's get started. All right, I thought I would share what I am wearing. I am wearing In Stillness by Alicia Plummer. It is just a pullover. I love the design here, super easy to do. I did this sweater a while ago. I decided to pull it out so I could have something to put on warmer today. This was a really very nice knit, if I remember correctly. I used Sprigs & Stone, their Muryak nylon, I think, merino yak and nylon blend. They're no longer dyeing yarn, unfortunately. This was their Woolly Feathers colorway. I didn't make any modifications to this pattern, except as usual I added length to the sleeves and a little bit to the body. I will say that this yarn is tends to be very pilly, and I get discouraged by that sometimes. I mean, it's okay. I need to get a gleaner is what I need to do, but it's very warm. It's very comfortable. Yeah, it's just a really nice pattern. It shows off the yarn very nicely. The neckline's a little wider than I like it. It's more boat necky, and this was one of my earlier sweaters, so I didn't have as much experience as I do now, so there were a couple things I would change. I feel like the sleeves are a little too snug underneath my arm, my bat wing. So I would probably, maybe cast on a couple more under here when I put them back on. But anyway, I'm not unhappy with it by any means, and I just love the color. And the yarn is very soft and wearable, but it's also very warm. I don't know if that's the yak or if it's because it's a little snugger here, but I just feel like it has to be pretty chilly for me to be able to wear this. But all in all, it was a nice knit. And Alicia has some very nice designs, and I will put a link to her down below in the description. I also have a link to this with my project page. So yes, so that's what I'm wearing today. So off my needles for this episode is, ta-da, Annabelle's socks. I'm sorry I don't have a sock blocker. I don't have a smaller size sock blocker. I should get one because apparently she's not going to want to stop having socks made for her. So these are so sweet. I didn't use a pattern. I say that all the time. They're a DK weight. It's, I have project notes. I have notes on my project page in Ravelry. It's 40 stitches for the cuff, 2x2 rib, 10 rounds to the heel flap and gusset, and then I think it's 6.5 inches to the toe, and then just a rounded toe. They came out so cute. She is going to love them. She's been asking for them, so I thought I better get a podcast recorded so I could show them off. Oh, they're so cute. So I used Freckled Whimsy. This was the Yarn of the Month Club for September in her Serendipity DK. Really nice, soft self-striping. And this is not one of the super thick DKs, so the socks aren't too thick. I think I'm going to record an episode about DK socks because I've had some questions about them, and I want to be able to make some clarifications on them as well. But they're great, and they go so fast. These little things just take no time at all. Of course, they're shorty socks. I realize that, but it's great to be able to whip them out because now I need to get another pair on the needles for her. I don't know if I should let her pick out, or I actually think I have enough to do another pair here. I think there's 52 grams left on this. So that was really a good amount of yarn. So we'll see, but she will be super excited. Oh, I love that somebody loves them so much. It makes it so fun. She's so cute. So maybe I'll let her come and pick out some more yarn if I get a chance to do that. And then she can wind it. I know she's going to want to do that. She had so much fun with that last time. So yeah, so that's my first off the needles finished object. Okay, next I have a couple of finished items here. I did 2 of these, and this is, these are for gift knitting. This is the Savant. It's a beanie style hat by, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. DeBros or DeBros is the designer. I will put the name on the screen so you can see, and I will link her down below. So this one, these are done, I did 2 of them. There's one, and here's the other one. Trying to get some gift knitting done. So this one is for my sister again. I did this in a Hue Loco bulky, held together with a random scrap fingering weight that I had in my stash, and it's a great hat. So it's got a double brim, sewn brim, super thick, and I have a pom-pom to go on it. Where's my pom-pom? I just haven't gotten there yet, but I thought that would be cute on it. These are great. They're very warm and cute. Look at how cute those are. Yeah, I really like it. So this is the mauve color. And then this one I made for one of my little co-workers. She is a young girl, and I have a pom-pom to go on this one as well. Pom-poms, they're all yucky when you first get them. You gotta fluff them all up, but she will really appreciate this one. This one's not quite as long, I think, as the other one, but again, a Hue Loco yarn held together with a fingering, and these just fit so nice, and they don't slide around, and they don't, fall off. A really easy knit. I think it's like a size, I want to say a size 11 needles. Anyway, I have a project page for them. Savant. And I originally found this pattern because Leslie, of a friend to knit with, last year I think she did these. Maybe it was the year before. But anyway, and it was so cute. I was like, wow, that is the greatest hat. So I'm trying to work like everybody else in the world through my stash. And I had some of this bulky in my stash, so I decided to use it up. So yeah, so yay me, look at me go on my gift knitting. I just saw a sign yesterday. It said 52 days until Christmas. Oh my gosh, almost had a heart attack on that one. And my last thing I got off the needles is a test knit that I was doing. It was a secret test knit, but I did check with the designer, and she has given me the okay to share it. So here we go. So it's a shawl, and this is called, I'll go this way, the Farmer's Market Shawl. Super cute, super easy, fast knit. This is by Char Knits. You can find her on Instagram. And it's just a basic triangle shawl with fingering weight held double. So, and tassels. Oh, I had never done tassels before, so I learned how to do them. Super cute. Yeah, really fun. What is it about tassels? They just add so much to a shawl. Yeah. So I really like it. It that's a fast knit. I'm going to hold this up a little closer and see if you can see this. I don't know if you can see, but I used a sparkle yarn held together with a non-sparkle yarn. Oh, so nice. So this features some I-cord edging all the way. It's an I-cord cast on, some I-cord edging. And I really like the look of that on the finished edge. Yeah. It's a great size shawl. It's not too big. I suppose you could make it as big as you wanted. I mean, you could just keep knitting, I think, if you wanted to have it larger than this, but this was a good size. So the yarns that I'm using are, this is the Knot sparkly one. This is Yarn Ink in her Winter Wonderland colorway. And it's her classic sock, 75-25, 75 merino, 25 nylon, 463 yards to 100 grams. Yeah, pretty, very nice. And then I held it together with Tippy Tree yarns in her Tippy Sparkle sock, which is just stunning. Merino, nylon, and stellina. This is her Winter Sky colorway. I don't even know if she still has this. Can you see the sparkle? Oh my gosh, it is so sweet. And so these two together really made a nice combination. I had 25 yards of this left and 26 yards of this. So I could probably have gone bigger, but I did it to pattern and I wanted to make sure I had enough yarn for tassels. And tassels was fun, you guys. This is, excuse me, this is my first time making tassels. So they're not perfect, but I don't care. I had so much fun, and this designer had the best instructions for them. Look at them. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I did take some pictures of this outside, and it really showcased nicely. I do have a project page with additional pictures, but I'll try and pop in a couple of pictures here too, so you can see the whole thing a little bit better. But what a fun knit. I think that Charlotte is her name. Charlotte, oh gosh, Charlotte, what's your name? Charlotte McAlpine. And I think her release date, she said, is November 15th. So it's coming, and it was really a great test knit. She has some great testers and some great options. So yeah, that was what it's hard doing a secret test knit. I've never done the secret one before, but we're just now getting to share it. So I'm pretty excited, and I'm excited for her. How thrilling for a designer to have people testing things for you. I did this in like a day and a half. It literally flew off the needles. It's a large size needle. So yeah, so that is that. All right, let me see what's next. I'm gonna see what I have on my needles. So give me a second. My first thing I have on the needles, I showed in my last podcast as a fresh cast on, and I have been working on it, and it is the Sunday Morning Wrap by Espace Tricot. This is so beautiful, you guys. Oh, so beautiful. This is a pretty easy knit. Some people might be a little bit bored with it, but I always like to have one of those projects on the needles that you don't have to really think too much about. And then if you're sitting having a conversation with somebody, you don't have to worry if you're going to mess it up. And that's what this project is. It's really very simple, very basic, but yet elegant. It's really coming out nice. All right, so let me show you it. Here it is. It's hard to show, obviously. It's very, very slippery. I'm constantly trying not to lose it off of my needles here. Let me spread it out a little bit for you so you can see it. Yeah, it's really a very simple. I hope that it blocks out nicely. It is so squishy and soft, and it is really beautiful. And this yarn, this yarn. Yes, I'm anxious to block it because it's obviously all crumpled up in my bag, and you know, everything's all curled up and stuff, but it's long. I don't know, there's 200 and some odd stitches on the needles right now. So you start at the bottom and it gradually increases out to, I started with like 219 stitches. This is a free pattern from Espace Tricot. You know, you've talked about it. I've talked about it just about every episode because I love their patterns, but so really nice. It's going to be very squishy and very soft, and it's like dreamy. I think the color too makes it feel that way. So here is the yarn. It is 100% alpaca. It is, can you see the halo? Oh, so good. Yeah. I've never worked with just alpaca before, so this was new to me. This I got on my trip to New York at the Perfect Blend yarn and tea shop in Saugerties, New York, and this is their own yarn, 100% alpaca, and there was 600 yards on this. So, and there's no color or dye lot or anything on this, but yeah, super beautiful. So I am really enjoying this knit. I can, watch podcasts, do all kinds of other things while I'm doing it, and but the yarn is so super slippery on my needles. This is I just picked a size needle. I wasn't sure because I think the pattern calls for a different yarn, but I'm on a US 7 anyway, and yeah, I think it's going to be beautiful when it's done. So I only have, I think, one more section to go before it's done, and I can't wait to block it. I do hope that when I block it that this thing unrolls and doesn't continue to go up like that. I think so. It's really hard to see how beautiful this is actually going to be, so blocking is going to do wonders for it. But yeah, but this has been a very enjoyable very, very enjoyable project, and a nice mindless one. So, and my next project is so exciting to me. It is my first color work project. I've never done color work before. And I say that very lightheartedly because I have done some mosaic color work, but I've never done stranded color work before. So last year I had bought a kit from Barrett Wool Company for the Branches and Buds pullover. And I started to do that, and I don't know, the neckline was a really wide neckline on it, and I just wasn't feeling it. That happens. It happens sometimes. Does it happen to you guys? I know it does, and I love to hear about it. But anyway, so I started a sweater probably 5 days ago or so, and I've been working on it a little bit every day because I really have to focus, because obviously when it's your first one especially. But anyway, here it is. There's not much to it, just my yoke, but you guys, look at it. I'm doing it. I can't even. I am so excited that I'm able to do this. So this is the Blizzard sweater, and it's from Jessica McDonald, whom I love. She's got a great YouTube channel. She's got a lot of tutorials and a lot of instructional videos, which is so helpful. And yeah, it is, you guys. And then for the first time ever, I'm going to do like everybody else, and I get to show my floats. Look at my floats. Wicked good, right? Oh, so fun. So fun. Yeah, I don't know why we always want to see floats. But anyway, this is the most amazing pattern for me for a beginner color work. It is simple, but it keeps me interested, but it's not stressful, it's so enjoyable. And so this yarn is awesome too, but yes, so hard to show right now. I'm almost, I think I'm like 8 rows from splitting of being done with the color work. And then I got a few plain rows, and then I can split. So I'm not far, and I can't wait for that section so that I can try it on. Oh, I am so excited. I've never had anything like this. So let me talk about the yarn. This is Barrett Wool Company, and it is in her sport base. So like I said, this was a kit for the Branches and Buds sweater. Sorry. So this is the gray. This is Woolen Spun Sport, and it's 100 grams, 360 yards, non-superwash. And this is Quaker Gray. So the kit came with 4 skeins of that. And then this is called Birch. Same yarn in the Birch colorway. So the branches and buds pullover is pretty simple color work too. Excuse me. But I don't know. I just couldn't get into that one. I just love this so much. So I did some short row shaping per the pattern, and I don't know, I think it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to get it so it's not all bunched up so much. And yes, yes. Oh, wait, look at my floats again. I totally am so excited to be able to show floats. I've never done that before. And I didn't understand what the big whoop was, but it's fun seeing everybody's anyway. So yeah, so I might call this my Wicked Good sweater. Wicked Good. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. It's going to go so fast when I get on the body because I'm excited to have it done. So yeah, Jessica McDonald. And I have one other thing I want to talk about her. I bought a book of hers. Hang on a second. So we were just talking about Jessica McDonald, and she has a lot of designs. She's got it's almost all color work, I think, or most of it is. She's really good at it, and she uses almost all superwash yarns, non-superwash yarns. Her designs are so amazing. I don't know what it is with me lately, buying all these books, but I don't know. I see a book and I really like it. I don't just buy it for the sake of buying it. I buy it because it interests me wholeheartedly. So here is her new book, and it's called Forest. And man, does she have some nice designs. I really like all of her photography too is super nice. She just released this pattern. So this is her snowy, I think it's the snowy pine wrap. And it is knit in the round and steeped. Yikes. But I wanted to just show you a few of her pictures in this book because wow. And so I feel like I can handle a lot of these designs because her patterns are written so good. I really like this one. I think this one has 3 colors. You don't really see the 3rd color, but it's a light gray in it. But then there is this cardigan. It's called Larch. It is so awesome. And it's the same one that's on the cover too. So that really interested me. And she's got mittens and hats. Just a really, really nice book. And I'd like to venture into some more color work, Look at the mittens. Oh, they're beautiful. So I really like supporting her. And she has a great website you can go and order this on. So there's a lot of patterns in here, and I don't know how many times I've already looked through it, and I like a book that you can do that with. If you can sit there and page through it and page through it again and page through it again, I really think it's a good thing. But she's got some great designs. So anyway, you might want to check her out. Okay, I thought I would talk about a few things that are on my mind to maybe cast on, or some things that I have received. And the first thing is like the love note, I am behind the 8 ball when it comes to the ranunculus. But I was watching a podcast, and it's called Knits and Pieces, and the women were talking all about this particular yarn company and all of the different sweaters and things that they've used and made for it. And it's Holst Garn. And so one of the women was wearing a ranunculus, which I'm going to make it. I just haven't found the right yarn, I guess. I'm not really sure what I wanted to make it in, but anyway, I found the right yarn. She made it in this. So I did order the yarn, which took quite a while. I guess it's probably a good 3 weeks because I ordered it directly from Holst, and they are based out of Denmark. But wasn't it so fun to get yarn from, you know, out of the country like that? It was pretty cool. And the company was super good about keeping you informed about your order and, you know, where it was at and if it had been shipped and all of that good stuff. So this woman had this yarn in her ranunculus. And so this is Holst Coast, which I can't understand what it says. It's 55% one type of wool and 45% the other. And then this is the river colorway. And I never thought I would be buying yarn in a cone, but boy, it's awesome. So you hold 2 strands of this together with this, which is their Titicaca base. And it is 100% pure thin alpaca. And it's in the stonewash colorway. So she held these together. So 2 strands of this with 1 strand of this. And this sweater was stunning. Absolutely stunning. This is so soft. I hope I have enough of it. I think so. It's in meters, so that's a little bit hard for me. It's not in all the US numbers and stuff, but what a beautiful color. So I will link that episode down below of her talking about it, so you can see. So that's a future. I don't know when, but I will finally have a ranunculus. And I really liked this. Some of the Holst yarns are very woolly wools, and this is not. It's pretty thin, so I mean, I think it's a lace weight. It looks like it. So, or fingering. So I have to hold it double with the other one. But yeah, really nice yarn and a super easy company to get stuff from. So that was kind of fun. Yarn from Denmark. Look at me, moving on up. All right, and then I wanted to talk about some gift knitting just a little bit. I have been, I have been hacking away at my gift list. I don't have a whole lot of gift lists knitting to do. You know, I just cut down a little bit because I just didn't enjoy all of the pressure. So now I just do what I want, when I want, and it works out better that way. But anyway, I came across this pattern and I recently purchased it because I thought this is a great gift idea. And it is called the Pearl Pouch. And it is Tori Yu is the designer, and it comes in 3 different sizes. So this is going to be a great thing to whip up, especially if you've got yarny friends. I mean, these are great little project bags. I think the smallest one would hold a cake of yarn, but if nothing else, notions, and then there's a medium and a large size. But how fun are those? I'm not going to give too much away. It is a paid for pattern, but this is done in the Pearl Soho linen quill that everybody's talking about. So that's the 50/50 wrap yarn that everybody's all gaga over. But yeah, what a great little, really. I mean, that would be wouldn't you just love to get one of those? Super cute gift idea. So that was one thing I had on my mind. I don't know if I'll get to do them or not, but anyway. And the other thing that is on my mind is one of my dear sweet friends. I went and saw her yesterday, and I was wearing a shawl, and she said that it was by far her favorite that I had made. And this is the shawl. Of course, it's hard to show. And this is the shawl that I started out doing a pattern, and then I totally messed it up. And it turned out awesome. So I call this my happy accident shawl. I have a Ravelry page on it. I can't even remember what the name of the original shawl was, but this is probably one of my most worn ones. It's great. It's not too, I always say it's not too big and bulky. It's easy to wrap. It's an asymmetrical shawl, but it just it drapes so nicely. So and this went really quite fast. I want to say it's on you at size 6 needles. And it's just eyelets and pretties. Very simple, but it works up. It's just so pretty and easy to wear. So I think at some point here, I'm hoping, I try not to overcommit myself, but I would love to get one of these done for her. This is Woolen Vine Yarns that I did this one in her Nouveau base, which is a single ply, very drapey, in her Dirty on Purpose colorway. So yeah, so that's kind of on my radar. I'm thinking about it. I haven't completely decided on it, but that makes a really easy to wear, nice accessory. And you know, it's not often I say yes to people, but she is very knit worthy. I made her a couple pair of socks. In fact, I just gifted her a pair of socks yesterday for her birthday, and I'll pop a picture in. Of those. So yeah, she kept talking about that. So I'll just leave that on so you guys can look at it for a minute. And then the other thing that's on my mind, I showed this yarn previously when I came home from Rhinebeck with it, and this is a new to me yarn company, and I find myself, I cannot stop thinking about this yarn. And so it's the Little Fox yarn in her True Wash DK base, which is 100% organic merino, and it is just so great. So I have 3 colors of it, and I'm not going to do a shawl, but I think I want to do a pair of socks with one of these. It's just, oh, look at it. It's so beautiful. And it's been on my mind. So I don't have a pair of socks on the needles. I definitely have to get another pair on them for my little Annabelle, but I don't know, maybe a selfish knit. I'm undecided yet, but I just thought it was worth a mention. Again, this is really nice yarn, and I think she just restocked her shop. So if you get a chance to check her out, I'll leave a link down below. Really nice yarn. Really nice yarn. And I definitely would order more of that in the future as well. So, all right. And now I just wanted to chit chat a little bit about some lifey things, I guess. But I did want to remind anybody, if they were interested in doing the Love Note knit along with us, we're not going to get too fancy about it, but there are quite a few of us jumping on the bandwagon, and we are going to cast on New Year's Day. And so I've heard from some of you very excited about getting your yarn and all that. So yeah, it will be our New Year's Day cast on. Maybe we'll create a hashtag for it, and you know, you can post your pictures over there. And if you're not on Instagram, well, we'll figure something out. I don't know if I really want to jump on the Ravelry group just right now. I'm not sure. It's coming up to busy season and holiday season. Just not quite sure about that yet, but maybe I'll do that. So anyway, it was just a reminder. We're just doing it for fun. It's no pressure. There's no deadlines. It's just a cast on New Year's Day, and go with it. And so we'll see how many people want to do that. And if you would like to join in, then by all means. And like I said, maybe we'll create a hashtag for that. So that is that. And now I really want to talk about something special that happened. I recently took a trip to up north in New Hampshire to the White Mountains, and I went and visited my dear sweet friend, Judy. I met Judy just through Instagram and through her patterns, and I did a couple of test knits for her, and we've just communicated for quite a few years now through Instagram. And she's just the sweetest thing, and you will know her as the Autumn Acorn Knits, and she is famous, super famous, for her magic heel socks, which if you haven't done a pair of those, I did a test knit on those. They're super fun, and it's a nice way to get your feet wet, and try some socks if you haven't done so, because it's not a scary heel at all. It's really pretty brilliant all in all. So anyway, her and I connected, and I went and visited her at her log home in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, and it was the most amazing day ever. You know, when you first meet somebody, you're not sure how it's going to go, and it felt like we've been doing this visiting all the time, and we hit it off like I've never experienced anything to that degree. So it was so precious, and it makes me all sappy and silly. But yeah, she really, she was so sweet. And I met her husband and her little cat, Meryl, who you will see on her podcast if you watch her podcast. And I got to see the property, and she lives in this little log home and a sweet little guest house, and just all of it. It was a picture perfect day, beautiful sunshine, and we just totally hit it off. I brought my knitting, we hung out and we knit. We didn't even eat. We were having so much fun and so much good conversation. But so I brought a little something for her, and she had a little something for me, and this is what she had. So she got me this, she made me. So she gave me this, which is a bundle of minis. Look, you guys. Look at that. So this is 100% Peruvian wool, all naturally dyed by Judy. And she has a Patreon channel, and she shares a lot of her dyeing experience and experiments and knowledge over there. But look at them. Oh my gosh. I flipped out when I opened the box. I squealed. Yeah, super, super special. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I really just want to stare at them for a while, and I probably will. So that was so fun. And then in the box was also, whoops, a nice bar of soap and a little lip balm. Super fun. And then this, you guys, seems like that's all I've said today is you guys, because it's so exciting. And then there was this in my package as well. So this is her brand new pattern. I believe it's called the Berry Bucket. And it is a crochet pattern. And she made this one for me. It has a leather bottom. Oh, it is so sweet. It's got this suede cord, which cinches to make it a bucket. I have had it aside so that I could show it here on the podcast, but I am dying to put something into it. I think that she made this using, I think she said it was Nuteedin yarn. Look at the halo. It's absolutely awesome. Absolutely. And it was such a thoughtful gift. I was completely blown away by that whole sharing. I mean, how sweet was that? So we truly enjoyed spending the day together. We will do it again as soon as we can. And I'm pretty sure we're lifelong friends now. We've shared some moments on Instagram. I'll try and put in some footage or some pictures here at the end, so you can get an idea. The most beautiful river runs behind her home, and just the whole setting. So quiet, so beautiful there. So I look forward to connecting with her again. We've been in touch a lot since then. We really enjoyed that. So yeah, that was a super fun thing, and I will link Judy's information down below. So if you want to go check out her podcast or her designs or her magic heel sock. I mean, magic heel socks. There you go. That's a good Christmas gift idea. It's super easy and very popular. So yeah, so that was that. All right, everybody, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I can't think of anything else going on right now. getting ready for our Thanksgiving coming up in just a few weeks, which is crazy. And I don't know if you heard me say earlier, but I saw a sign that said 52 days until Christmas. That was yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, how can that be? Isn't it crazy how fast the year has flown? But I look forward to the holidays with my family, and I do look forward to the gifts that I choose to knit giving them, because I know that the recipients will definitely appreciate them. So yeah, so that is what I am up to. All right, and until the next time, if you enjoyed my content, then please subscribe and like and all of that. I've gained a lot of subscribers recently, and I really appreciate those of you who take the time to watch and leave me a comment. Let me know what's on your needles. Let me know what you're all about. And until the next time, happy knitting and bye.